What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Real Estate Podcast, episode 167. I'm here with Griffin,
I'm here with Trav.
And I'm here with Adam.
and I do want you as a fan.
Yeah,
What's
right.
up, guys? This week we watched The Blood Machine.
That was a little,
Inside joke.
yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, that was good. So we watched Blood Machine.
Yeah, machines.
It was
Blood
a
machines.
an accidental first for the pod. We normally don't review movies that are not movies.
we review movies for guys who like movies.
My thing is that, like, whenever Adam dropped the trailer for this, because I've been following the fact that this was getting made for quite a while.
Just the music video and all the
started as a
hubbub around it.
Yeah. So all the bullshit out of the way, I guess. Carpenter Brut is a big electronic band. They're all about this 80s synth aesthetic, the synth wave genre that's becoming more popular in recent years and stuff. And they released a fucking badass video for their song Turbo Killer. It was directed by Seth Ackerman, the duo. I didn't realize until I did like a deep dive after this that they were actually it's a duo that made this, and their video was really well received.
Yeah,
Got
big
some really
time.
big acclaim. It was they were able to take simple old school film tactics, small sets to create large scope scenery. And the idea of, like, they even made, like, if you guys remember, there's a moment in the video where they're in a car chase sequence. That's pretty much what most of the fucking video is.
Yeah,
But they were using small props on a stage, all the same tactics they used to make Star Wars with the small ships, and making that be, instead of big computer imagery, which don't get me wrong, this had a lot of it.
yeah.
But
yeah.
it's from a passion project that stemmed into more, and people got to backing it, and now we have Blood Machines, which is I don't know if it's a spiritual sequel, if it's some attempt at visually continuing the story from the music video.
Music video was a little different.
Yeah. I thought it was
Man.
just a remake.
Yeah, it kind of
because
felt
as
like
I watched
that,
it, I was like, okay, everything's setting up that this is following the sequence of Turbo Killer. Like the evil bad guys got the woman in the cube, and the Turbo Killer. That's what I'm gonna call him, I guess, if that's what the name of the character is. He rushes in, saves the day. A good time all around. Really, not
but it's just cars and
it's just. But still, visually, it's visually that when I say I haven't seen anything like this, I mean it visually, and that's that I cannot praise it enough.
Yeah.
I like that scene where the ship lands and there's, like, I don't know if it's water coming off of it, but it's like dripping with shit.
Just the detail that they threw
And it's got those
there.
things on the inside that, like, open and close.
Yeah, or like
Cool
the
looking
far
ship.
or like the wide shots where the ship's just dripping like coolant and
Yeah,
stuff off.
that's what it
Like
was, I
little,
guess.
just those little nitpicky
It was
details that don't matter yet do matter. And for 50 minutes, it packed a punch. But I mean, there were still things I didn't like about it. Despite, because I know I've been praising it for forever since it became available.
Could have been longer.
That was my biggest.
That was the only thing I have to say. It could have been a little longer, but I did like what I saw.
Yeah, absolutely. I wished because of the fact that it was more or less a music video, it lent more to its visuals, which were incredible. But I was hoping that with the type of backing this thing was getting, the type of traction that it had,
Get a little more story.
Yeah, I was expecting, like, this is going to be like a full-on feature-length film where, you just recreate the 80s for us with some intense visuals and all of that, which they still, it's one of those things where they delivered, but they, like, I guess that's what it's the hallmarks of something good. They give you enough to be like, I am satisfied, but I still want.
Yeah. Hopefully they might do more.
Yeah.
I would love more world building, like the whole idea of this world where men have somehow bound women to like they're the ship's engines. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, and this thing had a lot of heavy feminist message, if that's the word we're gonna use. It became very feminist sort of towards the end for sure. But it's one of those instances where I felt like sci-fi is such a good medium to explore those types of themes and messages, because they can world building to where it's not so in your face. It's not a Wonder Woman scenario.
Yeah. Well, and it's one of those situations too where it's like it's so simple. You know what I mean? Like the message is so simple because you've got these two men, and one of them's an older guy who's kind of like in his later stages, and then you have this younger guy that is just like this epitome of like male hormones. You know
And
what I
he's a
mean? To a
dick.
certain yeah, to a
Yeah,
certain
like they were
extent.
able to show the difference between a younger man and an older man. As a man gains experience in his life, and
Yeah.
how he can kind of revert on how he was in his, like, there's just that duality there of the man message, you know?
Yeah. Well, and then you couple that with just the relationship that they have with the machine that powers their ship.
Yeah, Tracy.
Yeah, so you have the younger guy who's just like, "Fuck you, bitch, do what I say," and then the older guy is basically treating her like it's a real
Yeah.
person to a certain extent. You know what
Well,
I mean?
which had that moment, when he's trying to get out there to help Vaskin, and he's about
Mhm.
to take an axe to it, and the ship goes, "You've never raised your hand to me."
Like,
Yeah.
well, I got to get out
And
there.
yeah, and it took, like, the moments in this short film, it delivered what it was supposed to, and that was, I don't know, I feel like that's good acting from a four person crew or team
Yeah.
or whatever.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
a small cast for sure, but like, all right, so in this world, there's some sort of war has happened, and it's some sort of like war of the species, I guess, or battle of the sexes, but in space. And they've shot this ship down, and we actually get our first look at our what's eventually going to be our heroes, because this, I don't know if this happened with y'all, and maybe it was the trick of the filmmaking, but I immediately was on the side of the dudes. I was like, all right, these are the dudes that's going to be like, we're along for the journey.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
It will.
like it like how anime was this fucking thing?
Yeah. Well, I just like the Ackerman Seth Ackerman's style. And I found a little bit more information about Seth Ackerman here. So whenever they released the video for Turbo Killer, people wanted more, and so they started a Kickstarter. And I can't find how much the actual Kickstarter raised on the Kickstarter itself, but down here at the bottom it has a section that says that Seth Ackerman, quote, director with two brains. We are two French directors based in Paris working for more than 10 years under the pseudonym of Seth Ackerman. We started with a long short film, Kaydara, Kaydara, inspired by the Matrix universe. Produced with a limited budget, Kaydara attracted a large audience when we released it online. Since then, we worked on various projects as directors for companies like LG, Ubisoft, and Samsung, and directed the music video Turbo Killer in 2016 for Carpenter Brute. We are now developing our first science fiction feature film, Ackerman, Ackerman, which is like what they're working on. We released online a proof of concept early this year, which received more than 2 million views online. So they're actively working on something as of right now, and they've got the proof of concept video right here. If we, I don't know how long it is, but we can check it out later. But you see these guys like they have their heels dug into just the way that 50s sci-fi novel book covers were made.
They got a vision.
Well, it's like, and that's the thing. They take a lot of inspiration from the 80s, of course,
Mhm.
but I saw all the inspiration that they took from the 50s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be-
Mhm.
because and it's so crazy. Like when you go back and you watch 50s sci-fi, any sci-fi 50s film, especially in black and white, there's certain camera tricks and stuff. They use those same camera tricks in this. You see the same shots that they had in some of those early 50s sci-fi flicks, and it's crazy. Like they combined like all the things that they loved and made it into this passion project, and like
and gave it so much modern flair that but not to where it's just overproduced saturated thing.
no, no, not at all. Because some of the simplest shots were some of the best shots. Them going through warp
Hmm.
with all those lights.
Following in the body.
Yeah, simple. So the way that the crosses
Yeah,
would glow and the
that was
eyes and
cool.
everything, like it looked real, but it didn't look real. It looked like it was alive. And that's something that I mean, you see it every now and then in certain films that looks really cool, but never to that extent. It just looks real. The way that they control lighting is just fascinating.
Oh,
You
for
know they
sure.
directed that Turbo Killer music video.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you go to that, they were the ones.
And
That
one
scene,
thing,
man, where it opened episode 2, because it was in 3 episodes for some reason. Uh, but it was like they were almost like it was like 3 music videos.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
pretty much.
I thought the cold opening for the second part
Oh
was
my
really
god,
good.
dude, it was so good. That song that was
Where
playing, the way it was cut,
and well, like yeah, and the way the credits
it
would
was
show
good.
up, like, and then it had one shot in between the credit thing where they're going through warp, and it's just a shot from like right outside the ship, but you could see inside where dude's standing on the deck and everything,
Uh huh.
and they're just peering out into it. Like just shit like that was awesome. You could see like the beat, like whatever the. I guess in their world, their idea, they wanted to put like water building up along the screen of the ship while it's hauling ass through space and just all that stuff, man. Like pure aesthetic from start to finish, though.
Yeah. Um, I didn't have any complaints with it at all. I just wish that it was longer and that they could have fleshed a couple more ideas out and made it
Yeah,
like, because what's the next step? You know what I mean?
right.
What's the end game here?
Well,
Because like
now
this,
because like the entity, like what the fuck is that still? You know, all we get is it's like, all right, the priest shows up, goes full priest mode, pulls out all the souls, starts lobbing them at the fucking bad guys, the fucking the higher ups that come out of warp, and then
yeah,
it turns into like goddess in space, like
Lured that ship into warp too, like
yeah,
lured
yeah,
it
like
to them,
yeah,
like
yeah. These
it
like
knew what it was
they
gonna do.
Bad Lieutenant Decision was doing that fucking whipping a shitty in and landing at that crash site at the very start of the damn thing was the Bad Lieutenant Decision.
yeah,
They should have shot that bitch down and kept going.
right. But yeah, man, it was. I just want more. I want to because at the end of it, you think that like, okay, this sentient computer just absorbed and kind of accurate together this like super body.
This woman,
So yeah, and you would have to think that this thing is gonna like just start fucking on the universe. Like all the wrongdoings, this, that, and the other, it's just gonna show up and just
Mother
fuck
Nature.
everything up.
Right,
Yeah,
it's gonna go full fucking parallax now on some shit.
yeah. So it's just I wanted more. And I mean, I don't know if they're gonna do more, man. I really think that they're gonna use this as a jumping off point for doing another
It'll
feature
work.
and getting more work because I
Yeah,
mean,
Somebody will
it's more
definitely
like a
greenlight
good
them.
yeah,
it's more like a good 50-minute
Demo.
like effects pitch for
There we
like
go.
here's how we can make your movie look
This
if you
is
really
our
wanted to go.
style.
If you
yeah,
wanted to go balls to the
Now,
wall cosmic, we can.
a lot of that style too, man, is because of that Carpenter Brute soundtrack. So
yeah,
that the music really helped a
They're
lot too.
absolute like you know how in like the horror film genre or not yeah they like certain movies will have they'll stick to a constant composer that sticks with them.
yeah,
Like for instance, John Carpenter uses his own shit. A lot of Italian films are made using the band Goblin and stuff like that. Like this director duo and Carpenter Brute make a very good match, and I
yeah,
think that that's not like I don't think they could ever really achieve a dead horse scenario where we're tired of seeing it as
Yeah.
because as long as they because they both seem like talents that aren't going to release something that they themselves do not like. Like they're not
Right.
going to give it the time of day. They're not some AAA artist that can just shit out something for the sake of shitting it out. Like these guys still very much are in the process of building their reputation, and in Carpenter Brute's case, maintaining their reputation.
Yeah.
So I feel like any like future releases are still going to be of the same quality.
Yeah. Well, I tweeted them. Like after it was
What'd you
over,
say?
I tweeted Seth Ackerman and then I tweeted Claudio Sanchez from Coheed and
Oh
Cambria.
yeah.
And I was like, if anybody is to ever do the Amory Wars story, Seth Ackerman needs to do it because to me it seems like they understand just based off of what they did with Carpenter Brute. They understand the music and they understand the overall idea and the message that's trying to be out there. That's all that story is music and the story that goes along with it. So if anybody should be able to do anything with that series, I leave it to these guys because if you give that story these visuals in a
Oh my
world.
Oh my
Yeah,
lord! Imagine them doing a wide shot of the fucking keyword.
yeah, exactly. I mean,
Like, I mean, god damn, dude.
and I mean, will it ever happen? Probably not. But if I had to put the smart money anywhere, that's where I'm putting it. You know what I mean?
Smart money.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
totally agree. I feel like they could also handle something like Cowboy Bebop.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I like their
Oh,
style.
yeah.
Like that's
I mean, to
Well,
me, the me and a buddy at
I've
work
never
were
seen
talking
anything
about
like it.
how much it sucks that most anime and manga adaptations into film or whatever,
Get the short
there's
end of the
always
stick.
so much lost in translation. And I feel like Seth Ackerman has the capabilities of harnessing that early 90s anime aesthetic and bringing it into the 3D medium.
well, yeah, because at the end of the day, the majority of the anime that people watch and enjoy, that's 90% of why they watch it is because of the aesthetic of it.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Akira. The story's okay, it's kind of interesting, but look at the world they're living in.
Yeah.
Yeah, like some of the movements that happen in Akira are so on the animation level are so smoothly done and executed, and like everything down to when Akira starts to morph and starts to nope the fuck out of this reality, like that, like the animation gets fucking insane.
Yeah. And I think it's going to take somebody truly visionary like these guys. I mean, they have a clear-cut idea of what they want to do. And whenever you look on their Kickstarter, it has some of the storyboard art on here. And dude, I mean, it looks like some of this stuff was ripped straight out of the fucking page and just plastered on the
Like
screen
almost
with a
shot
little.
for shot.
Well, it's all they did was add neon lights to this
Which looked
fucking.
fucking awesome.
Really, I mean, that's how
Sound like there's a
good.
neon light at the end of the tunnel up in this bitch, you know?
Yeah, that's how good the fucking the concept art. I mean, I'm gonna copy this image and I'm gonna post it in
I
the
mean,
general here.
The colors,
I mean, look
man,
at
were
it this
fucking
way.
awesome.
I mean, think of it like this too.
Oh yeah.
It's such a travesty
Hmm.
what
But it,
we God, fuck you. But it's so to see some of the past big budget Hollywood films that are supposed to be sci-fi come out, like what are some notable ones? Ad Astra came out. You got
Yeah.
fucking
Well,
now don't get
I
me
don't
wrong.
picture these guys
I'm
doing the
skimming the
Dark
top
Tower.
of I'm skimming the top of like AAA fucking shoved down our throat like movies. I'm not going into Netflix shit and all that because that's such a hard fucking thing to cram into just a short comment. But like you got like movies like Passengers,
Yeah.
stupid shit, and then you hold this up and you're like, what's sci-fi, man?
Yeah, I know. Well, look at Alita Battle Angel. All right, that's a
Yeah,
Robert Rodriguez film that was a manga adaptation that came out, and we did it on the podcast. Not a
You had big
terrible
eyes.
Yeah, not a terrible adaptation of the anime, but I mean, the
Could have used some
world,
of these colors.
well, because the world was so bland in Alita. You
They
know what
didn't
I
want you
mean?
looking at it. Like I found myself doing that when I was watching scenes in this movie. I was looking all over the place.
And you
Yeah.
could.
Instead of
Like,
just looking at what they want you to look at, which is usually, whoever they got in focus, whatever's in frame, the character standing in front of the ship. I'm like, I'm looking at everything, dude. I'm
the
like,
entire shot mattered, you
did y'all
know?
see the way the ship on the ends of it, it had like a woman? There was like
Yeah.
a body in it. Like,
Like
Yeah.
the fucking detail you can get from multiple watchings. That's what makes it so fun to watch it again. Like I've watched this 2 or 3 times since it dropped, and it's one. And granted, its runtime definitely gave it the advantage for the rewatch, but it's been a long time since I've watched a movie for the pod, honestly, and was like, I'm gonna hammer it out again
well,
before.
you'll watch it even
before
after the pod.
yeah. If
So,
if if there ever becomes a physical copy of this that can be purchased, I will absolutely get it.
well, they had a physical copy of it for the Kickstarter, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure. Let me
That
see
was
if
a that was a
got.
special edition kind of thing there.
Let me see if they
I
got.
saw the guys. They have a YouTube channel and they were signing autographs for it.
Mm,
But I did find their YouTube
Because
channel.
I would absolutely give these guys money if they had some sort of direct way of being like, hey, if you want a physical copy of the movie,
I
send us
wish they'd do
25.
a podcast
Like I'd
so
give
I
them
could
25 USD for a Blu-ray of a
hear an
50-minute
interview.
movie. That's how much I enjoyed it.
yeah.
See, and that's the thing. You probably could have done that during that Kickstarter, but you didn't know.
Yeah, I
And
hate
that may be a
that.
special edition thing where it's like it was only Kickstarter fans only got that. That's
Yeah, I hate that.
usually how
Because
they
I
do
would have
that.
totally like given them
I'm
money.
sure there's somebody online that'll sell you one. It probably ain't
For
gonna
a
be 25
price.
bucks. So
Yeah.
Like pictures of my butthole winking at him.
he's like 300. You're like 250. He's like 275 and a 3-piece. You know? I actually
Fat
saw
boy,
that meme this week.
really?
Yeah, where a guy was like, "You still have whatever?" He said, "Yeah, $300." And the guy said, "250." He said, the guy went 280. The other guy went 275. He said, "All right, 275 and a 10-piece." And the guy said, "What kind of sauce you want?"
I saw this thing where this guy. This is off topic, but this guy was selling some Nikes or no, some Air Jordans, right?
Uh-huh.
This is like some limited edition Air Jordans. And this guy messaged him is like, "Would you trade for a full-blooded female German Shepherd pup?" And he
Pricey
said,
dog.
"I'm on my way." And it showed them they met up. The one guy got the shoes. The one guy got the dog. They took a picture together, shaking hands.
Yeah.
And then he put the cute dog, put it in the passenger seat, took a picture, said, "I think I came out better on this deal."
Yeah. He did.
Yeah.
They're pricey.
Um, but anyway, I mean, it was great, man. I can't wait to see what these guys do next. And I
That's what I'm more
really,
excited about.
yeah, and I'm hoping that
Yeah.
their movie that they're working on gets some traction and gets off the
I think it
ground,
will.
especially. Yeah. Because when you look at this on Rotten Tomatoes, it's got an 85%. Um, the IMDb is like a 6.5, which I mean, it's not, or 6.4. It's not for everybody. 89% of Google users liked it.
Yeah.
So it's very niche. This is because it's like you've got to be fans of the artist. You got to
Mhm.
be, you got to be coming over from the Carpenter Brute, that music
That
video that
helps.
came out. Yeah. So, and I think a lot of people are going to find this and like the little
The
nostalgic
band and
throwback. Yeah. And I think it's going to elevate it to the next level. And then, with these guys doing something like this and it officially getting released on a streaming website, even, Shutter's not anything to fucking bat an eye at. So, they're doing good, man. And I can't wait to see the next thing that they're doing.
yeah. They did really good for their budget.
Oh yeah. What was the budget on it? Let me guess. Well, does it have their budget?
I don't know.
Well, they
I
did
know
that
it wasn't
Kickstarter.
much because they had that Kickstarter. Well, I know that they didn't have millions and millions and millions of dollars. 'Cause it didn't make like. Let's see.
I'm looking for the earnings for it, but
Yeah.
I can't
Well, you go to
find
that
it.
Kickstarter page, right? That should go. Let me do that.
Yeah, right here it is. Okay. So 1,970 backers pledged 117,000 euros.
All right. Here's why we didn't get more. The more money, I mean, they had to spend some money on this. This 50 minutes wasn't cheap.
No.
That's probably just as far as they could go with it, man, and be like, look, we got it. We can't have
dude,
more because we
money
can't
fucking
afford
well
it.
spent though.
Yeah. So there's where you get your, why we didn't get more, because that is cheap. Like holy
So
shit, could you imagine these guys with $30 million?
I know.
50?
So if you would have pledged 40 euros, Trav, we could have gone retro and proposed to you a VHS, but there is nothing better than a good old Blu-ray or DVD. With extra features, a director's commentary, a collector postcard, and an exclusive making of.
My
So
heart hurts.
for 40 euros, you would have got the Turbo Killers exclusive package, backstage access, which I'm guessing is daily or weekly updates or whatever, the digital version of the script, download of Blood Machines in 4K, download of the soundtrack, electronic art book, collector postcard, and region free Blu ray DVD with special making of and extra features. 173 backers got that. And then they had a vinyl pressing of the
The soundtrack?
yeah. Then they had the
Ooh.
Blu-ray, and that is only 45 euros for the vinyl. The Blu-ray DVD plus CD was 50 euros. The Blood Machine vinyl plus CD was 55. Blu-ray plus vinyl was 60. T-shirt 65. Blu-ray vinyl and CD was 70. Signed poster 75. Hardcover art book was 85. Combo pack Blu-ray and T-shirt was 90. 100 was combo pack Blu-ray and poster. Advanced screening for 2 people, 100 euros.
That ain't
And then
bad.
no, then it just keeps going on. It's just different. So for 7,500 euros, the VIP producer package. This had 2 backers, by the way. You will be credited as an executive producer, have your name in the opening credits, and written somewhere in the movie. Enjoy also a special screening with the directors, without forgetting all of the previous rewards mentioned. So you get the vinyl, the hardcover art book, DVD, everything, the script, T-shirt, you name it, you get everything with that. 2 people, VIP. They were executive producers or producers. I mean, really wasn't asking for a lot of money on
Not
here.
really.
I mean, because you would think that if
They're
you
being
put this out,
reasonable.
yeah, and if you put this out and you're like, all right, this is going to come out digitally, and the only way to get a physical copy is to back the Kickstarter, it's not
Oh,
crazy to
it ain't for
think
sale anywhere, dude.
Oh, I know.
I
I
looked.
checked. So, but it's not crazy to think that they would charge 100 plus euros for that, but they weren't. 45 euros, which
Yeah,
translates to what, 60 bucks?
something like that. 55, 60.
Yeah,
Between
so I
that.
mean,
Ain't bad. And there's
no,
nobody selling their copy on eBay. I even
no.
looked there.
Yeah, I checked eBay as well a minute ago. You can get the damn Carpenter Brute posters and shit, but
Man,
Not a bad
I
deal.
guess that'll be the one that got away, man.
it'll pop up. You'll be at McKay's one day and you'll run
Oh,
across it.
they want like
Oh man, if I
150
do, I'm
bucks
gonna
for it.
shriek like a girl.
They'll have to shut the store down. They're like, there's an animal loose in here.
It'll just be me
They're like,
Just you holding the movie.
shiny eyed and fucking bushy tailed.
he's doing this. He's like,
Yeah.
with his
Oh,
legs
dude,
going up and down.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I will fucking be like just sprinting in place, like ready to buy it.
He's just like, somebody call an ambulance.
I'll just walk the fuck out and forget to pay, but then I'll run back in and be like, sorry. But like,
I
but
just wanted
hurry,
to
give
get
me my
home and
receipt. I'll
watch
be
it.
like, hurry up with the printer. Come on, I gotta.
Yeah. We'll get out of here before whoever left us here changes their mind.
Right.
That's gonna be a big collectible, dude.
It is.
I mean, a big collectible.
Especially for fans of the band.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man, I really enjoyed it, and I just wish that there was more, man.
But
But
now
I
we
am
know
excited.
why.
Yeah.
I mean, look
yeah.
at that money they had to work with. Dude, that ain't shit.
No, not
There's
really.
music videos cost more than that.
Yeah. What I just
all these
dropped in there. Oh, go ahead.
But these motherfuckers should take note, you know?
Yeah. They're gonna have
This
to
is what
step
you
their
can do
game
if
up.
you stretch that fucking money, man.
Yeah.
Spend it where it matters.
I'm ready to give this a watch if you want.
I guarantee you they didn't have any craft tables on set.
No.
You're gonna have to
That
bring a sack lunch, bitch.
that proof of concept is that full feature that they're working on right now. It's a minute and 52 seconds.
Shit, I'm on it.
If y'all
Yeah,
want
open
to
it
throw
up.
that in the mix here, yeah.
All right.
Hang on, I gotta.
It says
take a good
feels to me like a combination of Blade Runner and Drive, which is a very good thing. Oh, look at that puppy.
What puppy?
And Trav's
Oh, it's a
webcam.
little baby puppy.
little hog, man.
It is a little hog. How does it? Can it walk? It looks like it's too
No,
fat to
it's-
walk.
No, it's only like 2 weeks old, man.
She's like tripled in size.
This was the run.
You go. That's the runt.
No, it wasn't.
Damn.
Oh wait, no. This was
This is the little girl.
That's the
the
hog,
heavy-
dude.
Yeah.
You got the runt and the
Oh,
hog.
baby.
Trav's like, I don't want it.
Can I pet that dog?
Baby, I'm trying to do this.
It looks like
I
a
love you, dog.
fucking what are those things? Hedgehog?
Yeah.
That was awesome. I love fucking puppies, man.
I know,
They're the
right?
shit. Then they grow up and you're like, get away from me, you asshole.
Then
Right,
they get their own personality.
Yeah. The cult
I'm
of
ready to check.
personality.
Yeah, you already
3, 2, 1,
Hold on,
play.
hold on, guys.
Oh,
hold on,
what?
hold on.
Nah.
All right. Now I am.
Nah, I gotta rewind it.
Well, I couldn't get away from the cam
just-
page at first.
3, 2, 1, play.
know. Movie theater.
I already like
Look at
it.
this guy. Yeah, look at this guy.
I like the way they shoot stuff. Oh, shit. Look at that car. Looks like the cops.
Yeah, right. Where are they going? They going to that shit?
The Ionosphere.
Driving a Mustang.
Look, driving
of
an old
course.
car.
Yeah.
Where's he get gas at? That's got to be battery powered.
It's like Demolition Man.
I really like this. Yeah. He's not hard to spot, though. Look at his tag, dude. It's a QR code.
Yeah, right.
That's funny.
Uh-oh. 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 Oh.
Whoa.
What the fuck?
How they take off. DT Dubs, dude.
Proof of concept, dude.
And that was 2016. So now that they've got this short film funded and made, they can use that to show people, it's like, look what we can do with $100 grand.
Yeah.
Think about it. I mean, the CGI wasn't terrible in that. I wonder if
No.
they do a little CGI themselves.
I think so, man.
Because they're two nerds sitting at a computer, you
Yeah.
know, a station when you go to the website. And it's just the luck of the draw, dude. They did a music video for Carpenter Brute one time, and it just, damn.
Who do you think reached out to who?
Because they don't
Did
really have anything. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, is Carpenter Brute from France?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they went to college together.
Maybe, yeah, I mean, maybe they just know them in the scene. Because when you go to their IMDb, they don't have
Yeah.
a lot going on there. Like,
They did a commercial
Okay.
for Zombie U, which was that horror game that came out on the Wii U
yeah.
for Ubisoft. So that's cool.
Full star, man.
Yeah, same. I'm giving it a full. I just wish that there was more.
Yeah, you kind of hate because it's like while I was watching it, you know, they would like a scene would be going on. I'm like, why are we chasing this? What's happening? You know, like what? I had questions, but with
Yeah.
that thing, you just gotta watch it and let it ride. Like
Right.
you'll never know why they were chasing the ship at the beginning, why the guy on the other ship wanted it. I like,
Yeah.
did he want the AI? Is that why he wanted the ship? I mean, it has to be, right?
Well,
Was
or
that his
the
favorite
AI.
AI?
That's what they were debating at the beginning when he was like, "Why would you ransack our ship to fix yours when we could just take from that shit to make ours better?" You know,
Yeah.
like when he does the whole, "Why would you want a fridge over a? Why would you want a toaster over a fridge?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. You give it a star, Trev?
Oh yeah,
How many
they
times
give it
have you watched?
a big neon build
I
up
love
base
those
drop
colors, dude.
fucking star, man.
When they walk into that fucking safe room, I don't know what it was. You couldn't get out of it, whatever. Well, he couldn't. But that room, when they first walked into it and they walked through the door, it's just this big ass orange fucking glowing door, and they come walking through it,
Yeah,
and the lights just blinding the shit out of you, dude. Like,
Yeah.
but it's like this is fucking a great scene.
Yeah. Good stuff, man.
I think I can link something together. The Carpenter Brute music video, that was the
Mhm.
shit going on like on Earth back in the day, maybe.
yeah.
This is like now we're in the future and it's still going on. They're still
Right.
chasing.
I was trying to think. I was trying to piece them together too, man.
Yeah.
Like
If
was
it's
trying
not
to-
connected 100, well, remember the girl that came out of the one ship? Isn't that the girl from the music video?
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
you know,
Sure
someone
is.
got her and turned her into this thing.
Well,
And
what if?
clearly, Turbo Killer is just the guardian of these things.
Well, what if? All right. So at the end of the music video, their ship is like a giant cross, right?
Hmm.
What if
Mhm.
like the space graveyard was what that ship was?
Yeah,
And
Ooh,
it's the
and
first.
dude,
yeah, and
that makes
the
so much more sense.
and the chick with the gas mask like landed on that planet whenever shit got weird, and like the girl manifested itself into a machine to escape,
Hmm.
and then while it was escaping, it's when it got shot down by these people. And then that's where, they were trying to reconnect. So it would make sense that the ship would crash on that planet where that girl's at.
Right.
And it looks like she's been there for a while because she's known these people. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Mhm.
So maybe that's the correlation between the two. It's like, because the video is sci-fi with a spaceship, a big cross, all this other crazy shit.
A lot of
Like,
cars.
yeah, well, it would make sense that the race would happen on Earth with
Yeah.
vehicles, but once it leaves Earth and goes into space, then if this crosses a giant spaceship, who's to say that there's not all kinds of crazy spaceships out there?
Right.
Well,
Like,
remember
That's
man,
there
you
at the
took
end, it
like
pulls out and he's part of it. Now he's fixed to the inside. He was like, no.
Yeah.
It
yeah.
was like,
he's
pow, down, down.
the
That Carpenter Brute kicks in. Like, they're good.
Yeah.
Whenever
got
it,
that good
whenever
creepy.
the entity was making its form and everything,
Yeah.
I thought it was badass how you could hear lightly the Turbo Killer motif playing on the piano. It was kind of soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a cool throwback. Well, like
They
I wasn't sure if it was going to really have anything related to Turbo Killer other than just the music aspect. Like it's just the team up again, you know?
Hmm.
And the fact that it went a step further and they're like, no, we're going to keep it heavily embedded in it. And like I said, whenever the priestess pulls the gas mask out and it just flares up and you're just like, oh shit. Like,
Yeah. Pulls it
I
out of
don't
the
know.
ground
Yeah, it was fucking cool.
where she
Pulling it
tossed
from
his
where the fuck
body.
ever, right?
the soundtrack's on Spotify.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been thumping that thing for a couple of weeks.
That's awesome. But yeah, full stars all around, man. I just can't wait to see what they do next.
Yeah. Now they're on the board.
Yeah,
We
for
got them on the
sure.
radar.
Yeah,
Keep up with them.
yeah. So, I mean, I don't know what to transition to because Corona Chronicles have kind of died down, and
Oh,
we
A little
got some.
bit. We got other stuff going on. I don't know if we want to get too far into that.
No, this is
Um,
all I'm gonna say. No matter what side is you're on and what's going on and everything, be safe and
we're
don't
living in
kill
a
each
world
other.
on fire.
Yeah,
yeah.
just don't
We're
don't
living in a motherfucking world on fire.
don't kill each other. Don't shoot anybody. Don't stab anybody. Just be safe.
Yeah. Let's try to get through this together.
Yeah. I mean, we all got to share this fucking continent together. You know what I mean? So, but that's all I'm gonna say about that.
We're
Next,
still we're still washing our hands. We're still you know,
What's so
maintaining
funny,
six
dude, is
foot
the
social
news ain't even
distance.
worried
We're
about that shit.
yeah,
Captain's
Can I
log,
send
star
y'all
date.
something that Matt sent me earlier and we try to figure out if it's real?
sure,
We can't show this on the pod.
okay,
I want an investigation here. I think we need to do an ear check.
okay, let's do it.
Y'all ain't ready. I'm going to general.
All right,
Promise you,
I'm
you
here.
ain't ready. I might go to jail for just having this on my computer.
That's not real.
We got. I mean, dude, who that guy's definitely standing there. Let's see Trump's ear. We got to look
I
at the
don't.
ear, dude. That's the only way. Let me look at this ear. Kind of looks like his ear, dude. Dude, if someone took that picture of him while he was doing that
Yeah.
and that shit got out, he's gonna be so mad.
I mean,
He is very tall. He's not short. And
for
that
the
guy's kind of
people,
tall.
for the people that are listening, there's a picture of supposedly Trump getting spray tanned and his dick's out, but the dick has got a black box over it.
And it's not a very big box.
No. So,
I mean, dude, the ear kind of lines up. You look
I
at
mean,
his right ear and other pictures of the pictures of him.
yeah.
Because, ears look different.
Yeah,
His
they
ears
do.
got that notch across the top and that little, like, white spot at the bottom.
Yeah.
His ears got that shit, dude.
They better spray tan that fucking.
But here's what I'm wondering, because normally when you see him giving a speech, he's got that white mark around his eyes where he wears goggles. He's not wearing goggles here.
Yeah.
So why does he have that white mark around? Because they don't spray it.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
I think if that was Trump, he wouldn't stand there with no pants on.
With his hands on his hips, dude.
Yeah.
You
Matt
know
sent
what
me
I mean?
that.
Like, all right.
If that is real, somebody's gonna get in trouble.
Yeah,
That
for
might start
sure.
fucking World War III. He's like, I'm nuking the White House, drain the swamp.
So, I'm gonna transition to some movie news real quick. Um, Hollywood studios and labor unions have revealed their official blueprint of recommended guidelines that are intended to help get movie and TV productions back up and running again. The vast majority of productions have been shut down since mid March in the interest of public health. Now, a 22-page document lays out clearly how the studios intend to return to work as safely as possible. The quote, white paper was sent to New York Governor Andrew Cuomo and California Governor Gavin Newsom, as well as LA County Department of Public Health. The document was put together by the industry wide Labor Management Safety Committee Task Force, which is made up of production companies, unions, and guilds to provide governments. The task force was put together by the industry wide Labor Management Safety Committee, which handles safety and training issues related to production. Around 50 members were included in the task force. One of the biggest points of emphasis was the need for regular testing to ensure cast and crew members aren't coming to work sick. Employers will utilize current effective testing protocols that must be developed in conjunction with and approved by the unions and guilds. Employers, unions, and guilds shall rely upon medical experts for advice and guidance. As tests are developed and others become more accurate, the testing protocol shall also change. So, it says the cast and crew must practice physical distancing whenever possible. Physical distancing involves maintaining a distance of at least 6 foot from any other person at all times, except when doing so is incompatible with one's job duties. Cast and crew should avoid congregation in groups. When practical, separate work locations into zones to facilitate physical distancing. So it looks like the film industry is finally fixing to start.
Reopen.
Yeah, it's fixing to start chugging back
They
along.
got to. Here's what I'm gonna say about those guidelines there. They'll follow that shit for like a week.
Yeah,
And then
they're
they'll
gonna
just
be
be
like,
right back to normal, dude. Some of us are already kind of getting back to normal. Like,
yeah,
dude, I left the shop earlier. I didn't wash my hands when I got back. I didn't. You
right.
know, I know you guys have done it.
Yeah.
Y'all have gone out
Oh,
and
I
come back
have.
in and not wash your hands because you just like,
You
we
f-
don't
you
live
don't
in the
think about it.
hotbed.
No.
If I lived in New York, I'd be terrified.
Yeah, for
You
real,
know?
right?
I think there's going to be a lot of production here in Georgia
Yeah.
because it's not New York.
Well,
A
yeah,
little
the
bit safer.
population's way smaller.
Way
Yeah.
smaller, dude.
Yeah.
But places like that, New Orleans, or not
Yeah.
in California or New York, but dude, they might follow that shit for a few days. By the end of the week, they'll be fucking grouped up talking. Because after a few days, they're like, everything's fine.
Yeah.
Nobody here's sick. Nobody's coughing. That's another thing. If you're sick, don't come to work. You got to pass. You fuck it.
We're
You get
also-
paid for today. Don't
We're
come.
also sitting in the U.S. right now. We're sitting at 1.8 million infected, or 1.8 million cases.
Yeah, it went up over. Was it 6.2 million yesterday when I checked it? When I tell you that it's a million a week, like every week, dude.
With all these riots and stuff, do you think that there's gonna?
I think it's gonna be a spike.
Yeah,
Well, and if not, what does that tell us?
that it's a bunch of shit.
Like, that's what's insane,
Yeah.
too.
In the membrane,
Like,
dude.
This is all going on during a pandemic.
Well, what if they?
It's
what if
too
they
much
weaponize
history
it?
happening at once, guys.
Way
what-
too
what if-
much.
What if it's weaponized though? Like,
Oh,
what if those gas canisters aren't fucking?
what
you
if
know,
that's
teary-
coronavirus?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh man. Or just put
you-
like, they're not all coronavirus. It's like you got a box of 50 and there's at least 3 in there that's got it.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Good
how do you
luck.
shut protests down? You fucking chemical warfare.
If
You
the
know what I mean?
coronavirus spike happened again, it would shut it down.
For sure. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If they're
so,
like, we got 50,000 people infected from this,
yeah,
some people's gonna stop showing up.
yeah,
I think
So-
it came a little. If it would have been a few months ago, they wouldn't have had protests like this. But maybe online. Do I think there should be a protest over what happened? I do.
yeah,
What I'm liking is I'm seeing these videos, man, where they'll be having a peaceful protest. Nobody getting hurt. These people are just out there with their signs, chanting. I've seen the cops throw their shit down and join them
Yeah,
Those,
yeah,
yeah,
right.
I don't think
because
those
it's
are getting.
peaceful, which
Those
is
moments
nice.
aren't being shared enough. I don't
You
think.
got to watch those on Twitter. You
Yeah.
ain't gonna see that on the news. The news is fucking so shitty around times like this.
Yeah.
You really learn how shitty they are. 'Cause they don't show anything good, like the guys protecting the police officer. They got separated. I can't even find that picture anymore.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's been an interesting year.
To say the least.
World War
yeah.
III. Just a week ago, we sent 2 guys to the. It wasn't even a week ago, really. Over the
Just a couple
weekend,
of days.
yeah, we sent a couple of guys up to the space station. We're launching people again.
Yeah.
And they're the 2 luckiest motherfuckers in the world right now.
Right.
They got to fuck off this bitch.
We also live in a world where here recently a game that a lot of people are playing has been introduced to the term gulag.
Yeah.
What? You're talking about?
I was just
Gulag.
the gulag.
Like a lot of people didn't know what that was before.
Yeah.
Well, they definitely do now. But they probably think there's a large amount of kids out there though. They're like, you're like, the gulag. They're like that thing on Warzone. It's like, I was talking about the other one.
Yeah, it's a little different than
Yeah,
that.
a little before Warzone's time. But speaking of Warzone, they put their game on pause.
Yeah, their
Update coming out.
Yeah.
Maybe next week. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. We do have a couple of little titty bits here that I want to cover real quick.
All right.
So this was a fun little news piece. Shaq wants to box Johnny Knoxville and Jackass 4. So
That's my ticket price right there.
yeah. It says with Johnny and the gang all set to return, the movie will likely feature some special guest appearances from some of their famous pals, and Shaq clearly wants to be part of the action. Speaking with Steve-O on the Jackass star Steve-O's Wild Ride podcast, Shaq suggests he wants to fight Johnny in a boxing match in Jackass 4, akin to Knoxville's brawl with Butterbean in the original Jackass.
And that was fucking brutal, man.
Yeah.
Fucked him up.
He says, I want to box Johnny Knoxville because I remember when he boxed Butterbean. Says, fortunately, Steve-O has Shaq's back as he promised to text Johnny and the director as soon as their chat is over to tell them Shaq wants in. I'm sure that we would be honored and absolutely love it, Steve-O insisted, making it clear that he wants Shaq to be in Jackass 4 with all jokes aside. It says here originally Jackass 4 was set to hit theaters March the 5th, 2021, when the project was announced by Paramount later last year. Because of the shutdown, they pushed the date back until July the 2nd of 2021. So that's what we're looking at on there.
I like that.
Yeah, right. Here's some news that we weren't. I wasn't expecting. I haven't heard this. You may have, Adam, because I'm behind on the times a little bit. But Jay and Silent Bob have been cut from Moose Jaws. Kevin Smith is still intent on making Moose Jaws, but it won't feature Jay and Silent Bob. Smith has long had his sights set on making this movie since 2015, which has been described simply as Jaws but with a moose. Recently, Smith revealed that the project may have found new life, and he is doing a rewrite on the script. A big part of that is removing his trademark duo from the movie entirely. Clerks filmmaker was recently a guest on Jake Hamilton's YouTube show. During the interview, Smith was asked what he's been up to during the quarantine. Smith has then explained he's been working on Mallrats 2, as well as Clerks 3 and Moose Jaws. As Smith explains, he wants Moose Jaws to stand on its own, which means pulling Jay and Silent Bob out. Here's what he had to say about it. Right now, I'm in the middle of that rewrite, and I'm stripping Jay and Silent Bob out of it. First draft I had done, Jay and Silent Bob were riddled throughout it, and now I want that movie to be by itself. Jay and Silent Bob are going to come back in Mallrats and stuff like that. So I'm just going to kind of DJ and bobbing Moose Jaws. So he's, he was going to take them out of the View Askew universe and put them into his, what was it? The Northern
Trilogy, something.
Yeah, the Northern something trilogy or
Yeah.
something like that. But he's taking them out and he's putting them in. He's going to keep them in View Askew since he's got at least 2, if not more, movies to make in that universe. So makes sense. It would be nice if they had a cameo. They
I
just
want
show
that
up.
scene.
I know
The
that scene
one
would be.
scene, dude, where he talked about him doing the chalkboard scene from Moose Jaws. I mean, from Jaws, like
Yeah,
where they're like telling them how they got to kill it, and then well, see, he can't do it because he did the whole coffees for closers things, right?
yeah.
Didn't he kind of do that in that scene?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Which he ended
That
up doing.
audio, the audio that where he reads that excerpt from the script is actually online.
Really?
On yeah. You uploaded it.
Did I?
Yeah, because you recorded the whole.
I didn't know if I cut it out when he did it though.
don't
Because the
think-
other time we went, I did.
Yeah,
The 2 other times I saw him, I cut it out.
yeah.
But I did. You're right.
yeah,
I had a lot of
it's-
people thank me for uploading that
Yeah,
were there and went back and listened to it again, or people that couldn't make it.
yeah.
I
So
recorded it with my cell phone.
it sounded good too.
Yeah,
Just set it on the table right
did.
there. Me and Adam, cell phone between us.
Well, here's my thing. I was like staring at Kevin Smith for the first time,
Yeah,
and I would like drift off, And I'm like, I can't even take in everything he's saying. I got to record this.
yeah.
Cause I'm over here like, look what kind of socks he's wearing, like.
He's not wearing any at all.
Yeah.
So it's
did.
on. If you want to hear it, it's on one of Adam's YouTube channels. There's like 30 of
All right,
them.
you got to go on. You just look for Kevin Smith when he played at what was it, the Laugh Factory? What was that place? They closed it down. Is this Laugh Factory, right?
It was the Laugh Factory in
Atlanta.
Yeah.
About
5.
2016, maybe.
This was when me and Marina first got together, and she first got the dog, and the dog just turned 5.
Mhm.
So
And we met up, went to fucking see.
yeah, because she sent me a picture of the
I don't
dog.
think y'all were
whenever I
living
was at
together,
your
right?
house. No, we weren't. So that's how long ago that shit was. So
I think it was 2016. But if
It
you
may
track
have-
down the date and you put in Kevin Smith Live and put the date in, it'll come up. But you got to do
Maybe.
it. You got to find it.
subscribe if you do find it.
If you subscribe, I'll link it to you. Shit.
Yeah, right. You just cut the snippet out and send it to
Yeah. I'll even put your name on it.
him. So, is Watchmen showrunner Damon Lindelof ready to make a Superman movie? This is what he had to say about it.
God, I hope not.
It says now that Henry Cavill is said to be returning to the DCEU as Man of Steel, fans have started making hopeful predictions for a new Superman movie. Lindelof, who co-created Lost and put his own spin on Watchmen as a TV show, is at the top of the list for many fans for helming the new film. Lindelof
Keep that
addressed.
piece of shit away from Superman.
It says it's immensely flattering to even be considered for it. I think that obviously he's up there with Batman and the two kind of big two. It's incredibly daunting. I think the challenge with Superman is always going to be what does Superman mean in the contemporary framework? For a character, for a culture that's basically moved into this sphere of anti-heroes, how do you make space for Superman, who is sort of the original superhero? And then he went on to say here, but it's interesting that you mentioned JJ because not long before I worked with him on Lost, JJ actually wrote a Superman script that never got made for a variety of reasons, mostly of which I think is like that Wolfgang Peterson was trying to make a Superman versus Batman movie. They were also trying to do Justice League of America. This was all before Chris Nolan came in and basically took over Batman, etc. But it all kind of just gets lost in the wash. He's had a long-term obsession with Superman. I guess what I would say is I would love to see a JJ Superman movie, but I don't have a take on the character that would be better than that. So, says
Right.
Abrams wrote the script for what was called Superman Flyby, and the two versions of the first draft of the story that have made their way online set the movie up something that would have made Man of Steel look like kids playing with their action figures. The Abrams script focused on a young Superman who is heir to the throne of a still existing Krypton, fighting against the
Your
forces
noise off
of
you, buddy.
yeah, off of me or Trav.
Trav.
Oh,
You don't hear that?
yeah, it scared me a little
Yeah.
bit. Fighting against the forces of a name swap General Zod to fulfill an ancient prophecy, Superman would have crossed paths with feisty reporter Lois Lane, trusty sidekick Jimmy Olsen, and a Lex Luthor who, depending on the version of the script, would have either been a CIA operative who is secretly a Kryptonian sleeper agent or a crackpot scientist who mind melds with alien tech, loses his hair, and becomes a super smart billionaire. They were playing giant Kryptonian robot battles, Superman dying and resurrecting yet again, massive planet wide destruction, and a Man of Steel possibly played by Matt Bomer. Although interestingly, Henry Cavill was also in the running for the role. The film ultimately never got made, but with Abrams now officially on board with DCEU with Justice League Dark live action adaptation for HBO Max, the day may very well come that we get to see him make some version of his Superman movie for the big screen.
That wouldn't have made it look like child's play.
No,
No.
not at all. So, and this is another lighthearted article.
Article?
So it's, huh?
A larticle?
A article, dude. So at Disney World, stormtroopers are enforcing social distancing. Disney Disney Springs was able to open up last week and has been really crowded. Florida residents have been happy to get back to the shops and restaurants, and for the most part, everybody's been doing well with social distancing protocols. However, Disney made sure to have a contingency plan in place for anybody who may think about stepping out of line or causing a ruckus. So they've got stormtroopers patrolling, dude.
Well, they did this before, where they walked around. Have you seen the videos
Yeah.
where they walk around and talk to people?
Well,
But
they're
now they're
normally
like
on
telling people
security
to
for
social
Galaxy's
distance.
Edge, but they've got them
What'd you say,
deployed
man?
all through the park now, right?
I don't know what
Come
you
again?
said.
Oh, I was saying, so they normally run security for Galaxy's Edge, so now they just have them throughout the whole park.
Yeah. Well, even where the restaurants and stuff is where you don't have to pay to get into.
That's so cool.
I know, right?
What's weird is every time I see a video, they all have the same voice. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
got that little like thing they talk through, that
Yeah.
little speaker,
Yeah,
but they all
kinda
sound the same. And I'm like,
Move
it can't be
along.
recorded because what are they? I mean, how are they accessing all the different phrases? Like,
Yeah. I don't know, man.
but it is cool. I've seen them fucking with kids.
Yeah.
Like the one where the little girl does the force thing and they all like go away from her.
Yeah.
Vader walks
right.
up and just looks at her and then leaves.
Yeah. Come here, bitch.
Stuff like
you know?
that. Yeah. What if he started choking that little kid? It's like, dude, you're too into the character, man. He's like, I've gone over to the dark side, man. It's like starts getting to him.
He just
No,
starts
no,
cutting people down.
You see him pull out his lightsaber, and the little kid backs up like the youngling does in Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, it's like, bitch, I've been here before.
I just picture
you
the
know?
guy in the locker room and the camera's tilted sideways, and it's kind of like he's sitting there and he's like looking at the suit.
Yeah.
His eyes are turning red, you know.
What makes the man? The suit.
I would
this
love
is
to go to
the-
that park.
I know, right? I want to go to Galaxy's Edge.
That's, I want to go so bad.
If Canon had written it to where Vader's suit could have somehow been preserved, it would have been cool if they could have rehashed. There was another Sith that did it with a mask or whatever. But like, if you put on the Vader suit, or like it calls to you, you put it on, and you're fucking Vader. Like Vader possesses your ass.
That would have been fucking nuts. I'm gonna look up Galaxy's Edge tickets. Ticket price. I'm
Ain't
just
too
gonna.
bad right now.
I've looked down this rabbit hole a bunch of times, man, and I get depressed.
They probably ain't too bad right now
Well,
during the
you want
pandemic.
you want to know how much they are?
I do.
It's in California, right?
Oh,
All right.
ugh.
I mean, we can fly. We can get a group
You
discount.
look, the
Yeah,
last
you
time
could-
I looked into it, you could either buy one for all three parks, or you can just buy for Galaxy's Edge.
I've
Says
already
that
been to Disney World, so I'm good on that.
basic adult ticket prices start at $129.
Thought it was gonna be more.
I don't know.
I mean,
Or
dude,
you start racking up people in your group.
I would go with a package deal where you can get like food included, and 'cause in a
Yeah.
place like that, if you got about, you'll spend more on food than the ticket.
Yeah.
Food costs so much. Griffin, you went to a park. Where'd you go?
We went to Universal.
All right, how much was that? Now that included everything, the Harry Potter shit, the
All right,
Right.
so what I did was I found a package deal where it was hotel,
Yeah.
shuttle, entrance into the park for 3 days, and food, and it was like $1,200.
that ain't bad, dude. Considering
No.
what you're gonna have to pay if you don't have a vehicle, every time you want to go somewhere, you're gonna have to get a driver.
Yeah.
That shit ain't cheap in a place like that. Like,
No.
that it all adds up. So it's just best to do a package. Was that 2 people?
Yes.
That included the room and everything. Wham, bam,
Yeah.
done. Because, going out there trying to get a room somewhere, and it's like you look something up online, it's cheap, it's close, and then you get there and you're like, I do not want to stay here.
Yeah. So well, I mean, if we're gonna go, we might as well wait because right now they're working on this is coming to California Disney Avengers Campus.
Oh yeah, that one looks cool
and-
too.
Yeah, it's got the Avengers headquarters there. It's got the PIM test kitchen, the web suppliers, which is like their little merch shop.
No, the PIM tech area. I read something. They actually are going to have a lot of various adult beverages there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they're saying here.
Are.
They're getting they got a Guardians of the Galaxy mission breakout. Join Rocket on a fast-paced, thrill-packed mission to free his Guardian pals, and then they're going to have a Spider-Man web slingers, a Spider-Man adventure, help wrangle spider bots, run amok, and save the campus from havoc. So it's like it looks kind of like the stuff from that last Spider-Man movie where those drones were flying around.
Mhm.
Oh, Mysterio's
Yeah, but
cameras and shit.
yeah, but they've got 8 legs and they got the Spider-Man colors on them, like they're walking around instead of flying. But it looks kind of cool though. Right here, Sanctum: explore the ruins of a mysterious ancient sanctum and encounter the master of the mystic arts, Doctor Strange.
Hell yeah.
So I mean, if it happens, I'm gonna wait until that shit opens up so I can hit them both in one go.
What would be cool is to go there and each park's gonna have like a little quest guide you can go on and stuff to kind of organize your day. Like that would be cool. Like you can kind of
Yeah,
work your way through everything, and
right.
'cause there's like stuff at Galaxy's Edge that it goes so far to where you install like an app on your phone, it'll decode shit you
What?
find in the park. Like you
You
navigate
scan
around.
stuff?
Yeah, dude. A lot of interactive shit.
Well, it's kind of like what they did in the Harry Potter area of Universal. You can buy these wands and you walk up to these things, and on the ground, it'll have like a tile and it'll show you the waves that you need to do with the wand and it'll activate certain things. So,
I've heard good things about that park. Like I know a lot of people go there over and over.
yeah, the Simpsons area was fucking amazing. So I got one more piece of news. Alice Cooper wants one person to play him. If you had to guess who would play Alice Cooper in a biopic, who do you think he's picking?
Jason
Steve
Momoa.
Carell.
Johnny Depp.
We're gonna meet in the middle then.
Alice Cooper will love to see a biopic based on his life and career, and if it were up to him, the legendary rocker would be played by Johnny Depp. In recent years, biopics have become increasingly popular, with movies like Bohemian Rhapsody and Rocketman finding great success both at the box office and with critics. With this in mind, Cooper was asked in an interview about his thoughts on a potential biopic based on his life, and the Schools Out singer had this to say in response. I hope it's not one of those new I hope it's not one of those where you have to die first. But usually it's going to happen with bands that were extremely commercially successful. Whereas Alice was successful and we sold a lot of records, but I did not appeal to everybody. I was definitely on the darker side, and I think that would make a great movie myself. And if Johnny Depp were just better looking, we could. If Johnny Depp were better looking, he could play me. Johnny would be the best guy to play me because he really likes to take the character that nobody else wants to play, and he loves prosthetics. He would get my nose in there and the whole thing like that. He knows me well enough now where he could imitate me pretty well. I'm pretty sure.
So you wouldn't be like, school's out for summer.
No,
Ooh,
I would be okay with
I'd
that.
watch it.
Yeah.
Now, am I hurting for an Alice Cooper movie? No, but I'd watch it.
I would love it because I went down whenever I was younger, I went down a Alice Cooper rabbit hole, and then I go down it every now and then.
Yeah. So you've seen him playing golf?
Yeah, I
Big
have.
golfer, dude, and like dresses
Yeah.
like one. He
Yeah.
dresses like a golfer from Caddyshack.
Yeah, right. It's like a
Yeah.
caricature of a
He
golfer,
hams it
you
up,
know?
dude. Like it's the same
Yeah.
golf clothes he had from the 70s.
Yeah. Very intelligent.
Yeah, I like him. He's cool,
Yeah.
and he did
So.
he did very well for him.
Yeah.
Did y'all see that fan art of what the penguin could look like?
No.
Because what's his name's playing him, right?
Colin Farrell.
Yeah. Look at this
Mm.
fan art.
I like it.
He's like in Bruges.
Yeah, right. His name is Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So they fucking suit him up like that. Looks like a vampire, but
Yeah.
he could pull it
He
off.
looks-
We gotta have the pointy nose.
He's got a double chin.
Yeah.
So
Got some kind of chin.
fuck.
That'd look cool.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I didn't see anything else.
Nah, I'm ready for trailers, man.
I didn't see nothing. It's been slow
Oh.
here lately. I mean, stuff's been coming out, but
I think we're gonna get a huge release of information when they start filming again.
well, what's happened is all the writing.
Yeah.
All the stuff that they were able to go back and be like, well, now we got more time. So let's
Yeah.
sit down and work on it. I mean, dude, there's going to be records come out of this, books,
Yeah.
you name it. Huge flood.
I'm excited to see what it brings. I mean, it sucks that
That's what had to happen.
yeah, but the creativity that's gonna flow out of it's gonna be incredible. So we got a couple of I went through and found the best trailers, and there wasn't a lot released
Yeah.
between last week and this week, but I scraped together a couple here.
I saw the one. Did you get the one? Let's see. What is this? Oh, okay, it finally loaded. Maybe it'll pop up on the side if we don't have it, but I saw something that came out, some new HBO trailer. But yeah, I'm ready. Y'all ready for this? What'd you say?
Is it for the new is it for the Snyder cut?
Mm-mm.
All right, I'm ready for it. Run with the Haunted. With the Hunted. Ron Perlman.
Perelman.
Perlman.
You ready, Trav?
Yeah, man.
3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, we got. Oh shit! Is
The
he using
Purge.
those kids?
This is a wobbly. And it's Wabbit season.
Is that fucking? That's Michael Pitt.
Is it?
Is it?
I think it might be, dude. Looks like him.
Yeah.
Why didn't they put his name in the?
Because Ron Perlman, dude.
Yeah, that is first comment. Yeah, that's him. I like Michael Pitt.
Fuck is happening?
So it's like
Oh shit.
got him in it.
So they're fucking little scam artists.
What's that one movie? Orphan Annie
See-
or
Oh,
which one? Where the little girl worked at a. There's an old movie where she worked for little scammers,
yeah.
like an orphanage where they would. I don't remember what it was. Oh look, that's him. 15 years later.
It is. It's Michael Pitt for sure.
Yeah.
That should have been left for the movie.
Yeah.
He's gonna play the Now We Hunting Them guy. Oh shit. Run with a hot egg. I'll watch it.
Yeah, it doesn't look terrible.
I like Michael Pitt.
Yeah, I like Ron Perlman.
Oh, that's it. Oliver, right there. Comments.
Yeah.
Oliver was the one. He worked at a, lived in like some kind of orphanage where they had to go out and steal.
Yeah.
They had to earn their keep.
I mean, we've been doing that since the day we was born, dude.
Earning their keep.
Yeah, man. I'm starting a new podcast, Earning My Keep.
Yeah. I thought about starting a new podcast. It's an, you know how they did that interactive movie?
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's an interactive podcast. So really, you could hear two different podcasts
Right.
because you're like, all right, and you get to a certain point, it's like, all right, where do we go? What do we talk about now? This or this? And you can pick it.
Yeah. That's
And then
pretty
it
good.
cuts to that, and I was a certain kind of way when I thought about it, but
Absent minded.
yeah, I was like an interactive podcast, and then I was like, oh, dude, how much work that would be.
It
You'd have
wouldn't be
to-
that bad.
Now you just have to. It would be a lot of cutting.
Yeah, yeah. I know all about that.
I like this comment up here. This guy just said loved it,
Yeah.
and he
this
said
only
it in
got
that
3 views.
Crystalia. Which one is this? Is this the?
American Fighter.
All right, I'm ready.
Tommy Flanagan fighting movie.
You ready, Trav?
Yeah.
American Fighter. 3, 2, 1, play.
What a breakable nose.
Yeah. Big
they're
target, that's
saying-
for sure.
Send him to America. This is America.
Damn.
He fucking knocked that dude out.
Uh-oh. Whoa. This movie
Wow.
turned.
Yeah.
It hit a fork in the road and went. So it's blood sport. It's. I'm not gonna say it. I want to say it though.
Ouch, Chibs.
That's Fight Club right there.
Yeah, that is. Underground.
In the barn. Got a little blood sport going on here. Something's gonna happen to one of his buddies,
Yeah.
and he's gonna kick the guy's ass. It's gonna be that guy.
Do a job.
That guy's gonna kill his buddy. Look, he up. Ah! You see it?
Yeah.
He was in the hospital. It's that guy too, man. He's the one. Dude, you're bigger than that dude. He's like, but he's
Yeah.
got reach. Don't look terrible.
No. I'd check it out.
Hadn't seen one like that in a while.
No. This next one was a war movie. That's why I threw it in there because we like our war movies
Love 'em.
on Real State Podcast.
We might start a war podcast.
About war movies or about the real war.
Not just the movies.
Okay. There's a lot,
Yeah.
so we got plenty of material.
We'll watch them all, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then we
that's the end of it.
discontinue. We pause the podcast.
Until they release one.
Yeah, I wonder if this was released in another country because the movie came out in 2018, but this trailer's new. I wonder if this was a foreign film that's being
Maybe.
released here now.
Shit, let's
Here we go.
check it out.
All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1, play.
Thanks for stalling.
Countdown's getting intense.
Not a single word has been spoken.
A little Mad Max going on here. What? That dude jumped on top of that bitch with a welding thing.
He's
Blow
gonna
torch.
fucking cut and torch it open, dude.
Yeah. What if they never talk throughout the whole movie?
I'd still watch it.
It's just that clock. Got a little bit of a budget here.
Yeah.
And it don't look shitty. Oh shit. That was pretty good trailer cut.
Yeah, it didn't look terrible. What the fuck? There's a fucking ambulance. Sounds
Outside?
like it sounds like a fire truck.
Fire!
I think
Ooh.
it's going towards your house, Trav.
Ooh.
Yeah, it is. All right. Anyway, The Short History of the Long Road. Sabrina Carpenter movie. I don't know who that is.
I don't either.
But the same guy, Vinny, commented on it, loved it.
Oh,
I
did he?
think he'll probably start
That's a
commenting on my
vibe.
shit before long. So, all right, I'm ready for it.
I thought he was real.
Yeah, right. Loved it.
Ready
I was
to go.
basing all of my everything off of that comment. So
I know, right?
like, he already watched it. He loved it. 3, 2, 1, play.
What the fuck?
Is that fucking Trevor from Grand Theft Auto?
I think it is, dude.
What's that guy's name? Steve?
Gutenberg?
Nah. Dude from Grand Theft Auto. That is him. They should have put his name in the title. He's gonna bust his acting chops out, dude.
Yeah. Oh, look at
Seems he
this. Nashville Film Festival?
Who's the guy from Righteous Gemstone, Baby Billy?
Yeah.
He could have played that. Can't remember his name. Walton Goggins.
So do you leave her?
Nope. Oh. He sent me this letter. Or did he die? Because they still have the van. Yeah, now he's gone. Something's gonna happen to him.
I mean, I kind of want to watch it.
Looks like a movie I'd watch with the missus.
Yeah, yeah. Looks like a feel good. Like you're gonna cry, but when it's over, you're feeling like you can take on the world. Your feminine energy starts flowing, Trav. You know what I'm saying?
You're like, you know what? I'll pick up the trash today.
Yeah, yeah, right. You're like, it's okay if I get my
I'll
period,
wave
you
at
know?
the officer driving by.
Yeah.
The birds will be chirping by morn.
So the next, I think this is a documentary, 40 Years of Rocky, the birth of a classic.
40 Years of Rocky?
Yeah. So I think this is a documentary about Rocky.
Check it out.
I'm ready.
Hope it's not him. He's like, yo, you're lazy. Like,
Definitely watch with the subtitles on. All right, I'm ready.
here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. I guess it's about time
Yeah.
for Rocky Doc.
Rocky Doc again.
Hang on, let me cut the subs on.
Something. He's
This is probably going to be pretty good.
yeah.
Look at that, man. That camera was tied
Yeah.
to the hood of the car with rope. Like, you just tie the camera, you know? Oh, and it's narrated by him, so I can't wait to hear what he said. Who was that? There was some kind of documentary where the guy sat there and watched it. It was a movie commentary. I can't remember who it was, but he just like it was the worst commentary ever. Cause he was like, "I'm standing by the door. I'm moving to the middle of the." He was pretty much saying what he was doing on. Wait, it was Arnold Schwarzenegger. Remember?
Oh yeah.
He was like, "I'm going over there's the book. I gotta pick the book up now." And then like it's like, dude, that's not what a commentary track is. Like,
yeah, come
you
on.
don't. It's not a audio fucking movie. He's like, I'm moving to the middle now, as you know, it's not a tumor. Like,
Why though?
yeah, that was it. And I think it was Total Recall.
Yeah,
That's it, dude. It's the
was.
Total Recall fucking for the DVD, which is hilarious.
When are we gonna do that?
Total Recall?
No, with the commentary.
We did the Total Recalls, right?
No, we never.
We
did
watched
a
the new one.
No, I don't think we did any of them.
We didn't watch the new one?
No, I went to the theater and watched it.
Oh, that was before the podcast.
Yeah. This was whenever I was dating that chick that had part of her brain removed.
Yeah. You don't have to.
I mean, I'm not going to go into that story, but anyway. Next up, Beast Mode.
I could have sworn we did a Was It Worth It where we mentioned it, but I guess we didn't. I think we talked about it.
We talked about doing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what? We're at beast mode.
Yeah, horror comedy.
Hang on, I gotta delete this one. So it's just like we said a camera in the car, you know?
It looks, if they're gonna have a lot of behind the scenes footage, it's definitely gonna be worth
Yeah.
checking out.
I want to see it too, just to see what he's gonna say, cause you
You
know,
don't
in
know.
his mind, like when
He's the
he wakes
greatest.
up every day, he's the greatest, dude.
Yeah.
He wakes up like Arnold Schwarzenegger lives on a farm, and he's got this. I saw these videos. I think he did them on Instagram where he's hanging out in his gym and he lets the little donkey come in. He like
What
goes
the
out there in the
fuck?
yard and gets it and brings it into his gym with him. And there's
That
just this,
sounds like some Arnold
and it's
shit.
a really small donkey, dude. Like I've seen dogs bigger,
It's a
and it's
pygmy
just
donkey.
it's just in there hanging out with him, dude, while he's doing
The
shit.
Shetland pony.
It's like, do they call them a burro? Is that what those
Yeah,
are?
I
Those
think
really,
so.
really, really small, like little mules or
Yeah.
burro, right?
He brings it in. He's pumping iron is better than coming.
I know someone that went out to California, and they in these Indian reservation spots they'll let you camp and you don't have to pay any money. You got like a camper or something, you just stop. You just have to move it every week. You can't
Yeah.
sit in one place longer than a week. They have to move it. But he said out there, those burros just run around like dogs. And the Indians, like, you're not allowed to fuck with them. They got the right of way.
Yeah.
If you're trying to go in a store and there's one standing in front of the door, you gotta wait for it to move. You can't shoo it off. You can't feed them. And
That's
they come
kinda
around every
fucking
week
cool.
and feed them. And there's just hundreds of them running around like dogs.
Let's go, dude. When we go to fucking Galaxy's Edge,
This is
we're
like
gonna
down there, you know.
close to the border.
Yeah,
Fuck it, we'll rent
Desert.
a camper, dude.
yeah. Let's just buy one. The real estate camper.
We'll just pod from the road, man.
Yeah, road
We've got
pod.
the equipment. Yeah.
We can even go live, dude. I got a hotspot.
Yeah, there you go. All right, beast,
Beast
mode.
mode.
I'm ready for it.
All right. All right, go 3, 2, 1, play. Just oh, okay. This would be better if
think-
it had what's his name in it from The Room. What's it called? That guy?
That's the guy that played the rabbit in Donnie Darko.
It is. He joined the Illuminati, dude. Some strange, brother.
Ugh. Coming in the air tonight. Is. He looks like the singer for Necrogoblicon.
Yeah, right.
That dude's hilarious. The only thing
Yeah,
that would
dude.
make this better.
Those crazy biker dudes that show up in the movies that's just like, should have smoked more weed, bro.
There's only one thing that would make this better. It already looks like a silly goose time.
Blue Diamond Phillips or Rob Lowe.
Nope. I did not hit her, Mark. It was not. I did not.
Tommy,
I can't remember his
Tommy
name.
Wiseau.
If he played the main guy, he's like, it's like a
I did not turn
movie.
into a goblin. I did not.
If he was in it, oh my God. Netflix would be like, we'll buy the rights to that. I did
Yeah.
not.
I'm not the beast, Mark. It is not
Think you
me.
can beat the beast?
Oh God. Tommy
No.
Wiseau replacing James McAvoy and
Doing all
Split.
those characters?
Oh my
And they all have
God.
the same voice?
Yeah.
I want the
Mr.
light.
Fish.
Yeah, it's like, I can't tell you apart, dude. The only thing that sets them apart is the clothes. When he's standing there dressed like the woman, he's like, "You cannot have the light. No,
Or what if it
let
was
your
Yoda?
turn."
Do or
Oh
do
my-
not, Luke. You do or do not. There is no try.
He should have a YouTube channel where he just puts himself in scenes throughout
Oh, hi,
history.
R2.
That would be the greatest. Oh, hi, what?
Said, oh, hi, R2.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Rocky.
I did not touch Adrian. I did not. This is bullshit.
And everybody else's audio sounds good, but you could tell his is voiced over,
Oh, God, yeah.
like from the movie. That'd be great, dude. He could get a lot of YouTube hits, man, if he did that. He would.
Well, it's like when he did the Joker audition.
Yeah.
thing.
Why did
It's
he
like,
stop
he gotta-
there?
I don't
The
know.
ball was rolling.
What if it was Jules instead of Sam Jackson in Pulp Fiction?
There's. Can he get away with saying the N word?
Can I have some of your beverage to go with my sandwich?
Yeah. I don't have a sign on my house that says.
It does not matter if it's a Royale with cheese. We are not in England, Mark.
And he always says Mark.
It's like Mark's not even
Yeah.
in this movie, dude.
I think I
Mark
killed
looked like a
Mark.
bitch.
I think Mark's dead. And the guy that's in Pulp Fiction in the back seat. It's Marvin, motherfucker. It's Mark.
Christopher Walken gives the watch scene instead of Bruce Willis. It's Tommy. I would never take that watch from you.
I had this watch up my ass for 5 years.
You can keep it up for 5 more. Oh, hi, Mark.
I did not shit the watch out. I did not.
I did not touch that watch. It is made of. It's covered in shit. I did not touch it. I did not.
Our next trailer here.
I could just keep.
It's
Cranking
Debt
out.
Collectors. This is a sequel to a movie that came out in 2018 called Debt Collector. And I didn't know it was a sequel when I dropped it in
Have
here.
I seen Debt Collector?
Probably not. Because this is
Well, it seems
coming
like the one. You remember the movie we watched? Something. It had Jude Law in it where they would, if you got an organ or something, and
Oh,
they
Repo Man.
kind of like that. I feel like this has got a Repo Man vibe, right?
You
Maybe.
thought the debt was paid.
Yeah. And they're like, bitch, if you ain't got the money for the heart, we're taking it.
yeah.
Which was a fucked up
Bitch.
movie.
Yeah.
You still haven't
Was
paid
up.
those titties off. Rip.
No, get his errands. We are here to collect. You did not pay your premium.
Right, I'm ready.
You ready? Ready,
Debt
Trav?
Collectors.
Yeah, man.
3, 2, 1, play. Let's see if it's like Repo Man. His voice does not fit his face.
So here's what we're gonna do.
I like a good British gangster film.
Oh, you thought Mickey was
Okay.
gonna lie in the shadows, did you? So here's
Mr.
what we're gonna do.
Portrait.
Yeah.
We're
that
gonna
name.
get the cash.
So it's just scenes.
Well, that scene was all right. I mean, his
Yeah.
acting is good. Look, he's gonna do it again though. It's just him telling people off. Listen here, you fucking prick. That's the whole movie, dude. Look. He's gonna fuck this guy up. He's got a shotty, dude.
Hold off, bitch. Jesus.
Give him the fucking money.
Dude, he's fucking him up. He's gonna punch his nose off. I mean, where's he going? Stay right fucking there. Dude, I hope it does another scene. Because it's just gonna be him yelling at somebody. You think I'm fucking scared of you? You got another thing coming.
Aunt.
What if that was another? What if that was that song? You've got another thing coming.
You two fucking lilies think I'm scared of you.
Why has he got this
Italian.
stereotypical? Yeah.
You're gonna be did a truest straw. He said truest straw.
We're taking a shake in the woods, and I'm gonna be right there with a Bowie knife, and I'm gonna stab your brown eye until it's a brown slit.
All right, this came out May the 29th. On
Creature?
demand. No, Debt Collectors. So it says on demand digital and DVD May the 29th. I think we found a new series to check out, guys.
I bookmarked it. If it's
If
just
it's-
him doing that the whole time, if you think I'm fucking
Every episode,
scared of
he
you
just
two
gets down on
lilies,
his
you got
haunches,
another
"Who
thing
the fuck
coming.
You think I am, boy?
I'm telling
I'm
you
a-
right here in front of all your boyfriends.
Yeah. I must be the biggest dog in the yard, or I'm a
Collect
complete
the debt
fucking nutcase.
He went, okay, I'll go get Mr. Madrid. Mr. Madrid,
You
Was it-
picking up what I'm putting down, boy?
sweetheart.
Yeah.
You know he says shit like that.
I got your missus, bitch. Boy, is she a beaut.
So the next film is Creatures, Alien Horror. The third from the top, someone got a GoPro for Christmas. I'm ready to watch this trailer. dude.
Okay.
I'm gonna give a thumbs up on that. 3, 2, 1, play. So, what a dick! Oh. Oh. And After Effects.
Yeah, right.
What the fuck was that? Oh, this is that new iPhone, man. Oh. It came from over there.
Something
Okay.
very pissed off.
Ruh-roh.
It's not a zombie. It's not the thing.
It's pissed off.
And a creature.
What?
What was that thing?
Looks like the Evil Dead.
Somebody's grandparents has large property.
They watch college football. Oh, it's its final form, dude. Oh, dude. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Come on, guys.
Whenever they did the trailer, they were like, could you not show its face just yet? Because if they see it, they may not watch.
One Bad Jesus commented, looks decent actually. Low budget, but directing and acting looks good. I'll check it out. That's what One Bad Jesus had to say about it.
Yeah. He probably watches everything.
Yeah. With a name like that.
Slips through his hands.
Next, we've got a Dakota Fanning, Zoe Kravitz film called Vienna and the Phantoms, but it's spelled with a F instead of a PH.
Foxheart said 3 days ago, looks familiar. The only thing missing is Johnny Depp.
If you say Johnny Depp, if you say
Don't do it, Griffin. Don't do it.
if you say Johnny Depp's name 3 times, he'll appear in whatever movie you're watching.
Yeah. No, he shows up doing that Jack Sparrow fucking swag. Just
Like that
He-
fucking character from
Where's the rum?
Freakazoid.
Yeah, he just runs in.
all right,
All right, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, play. Why didn't they put his name down there?
Yeah. Or Evan Rachel Wood.
Oh. Happening.
And on tour.
Like an updated. What was that movie where the guy followed that band around? Rolling Stone magazine. Almost Famous.
Yeah.
Why is he in it? It's got to be decent. He read the script and was like, "I'll do it." I like his vibe.
Is it?
Penicillin.
Mm.
That movie may suffer from a bad trailer cut.
Yeah.
I don't think
You're
that
right.
trailer was cut together. You know, like it's something.
No.
I just don't picture that guy doing the movie, and you know he wasn't paid much. If he didn't read that script and go, "This is fucking, I'll do this."
Yeah. The next film, Volition, sci-fi thriller. The plot: in this time-bending cerebral science fiction thriller, a man afflicted with clairvoyance tries to change his fate when a series of events lead to a vision of his own imminent murder.
John dies at the end.
He's afflicted with clairvoyance, guys.
I want to see what that looks like. Y'all ready?
I mean, I dated a chick named Clairvoyance one time, and
Yeah.
that was fucking awful. All right, I'm ready.
Ready, Trev? Yeah. 3, 2, 1, play.
I was afflicted with her, you know?
Oh wow! Why didn't you tell him? Oh shit! Was that
Is that Offerman?
or just a guy that looked like him? Yeah, it's not him. Well, he looks just like him.
This looks like it's up there with like Coherence and Primer and shit.
Yeah.
Got good scores. Only an hour and a half.
I wonder if it's
Oh,
gonna be like the
peep
more
that.
he keeps peering into the future, the more fragmented reality gets or something.
Yeah. It looks good though, man. Like
Yeah.
really good.
I'd give it an honest watch
I'll
for
bookmark
sure.
that.
Yeah.
Got a good trailer.
Available on Apple TV, Prime Video, and other digital platforms on July the 10th, guys.
It's already got a
Off,
7.1 on IMDb.
off the
Shit.
list and onto the pile, don't you guys think?
Yeah. Next we've got Secret Society of Second Born Royals, Disney Plus movie.
Mm.
So we'll see. This might be a little tongue in cheek, you know what I'm
We'll
saying?
see
But it's
what
all right.
Disney's up to.
Yeah, right.
Hang on. Real estate was here. I wonder if they're going to use that clown, Little Puddle's Pity Party, his version of Royals.
God, I fucking
in the
hope
trailer.
so. Never be royals. Oh.
You ready, Trav?
All right, I'm ready.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, play.
All right. Oh, it's one of these movies.
Wait, is she a pop star? Is she a pop star? Small class. Okay. Little X-Men training camp.
Yeah.
You're not X-Men, but like
You're
you're totally
X-Men.
X,
And you're also Asian, so
and your teenager's attitude.
recognize that guy. And I'll be your fucking Zordon.
Because it's a school. Get it?
Who's the bad guy? Let me see his face.
It's gonna take teamwork, understanding, and friendship.
It'll be
to
awesome if
save
it's
the day.
Drexel. Maybe I am, and maybe I'm not.
A lot of
No
duck
evil
work
should
climbing,
escape
a
my
lot of
sight.
rope climbing. They're not very super. The second born.
Is that the guy from Come to Daddy? Playing the bad guy?
It'd be funny if it was.
Ooh.
I mean, to be a kid's film,
Yeah,
it
they'll
doesn't
love
look
it.
too bad. Yeah, I mean, if I had kids, I'd watch it with them and still get enjoyment out of it.
They'll love it.
Yeah. Next, we've got a Thomas Jane. I love Thomas Jane. All right. I don't
Yes,
think that I don't think he gets enough work, you know. And this is a trailer for a movie he's got coming out called Bulletproof.
He doesn't get enough work.
give it a go.
No, he needs to get on a sitcom or something, dude. Because he's
He
got
was on
chops.
he was on some TV show called Hung.
I want to see him in a western.
What? Hung?
Mhm.
And I'm guessing
Oh.
he's
Thomas Jane, man.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean that show Hung. I was saying I'd like to
Have you
see him
seen
in a
it?
western. Yeah, I watched a couple episodes with Deidre.
So I'm guessing he's Lady Killer.
He's a gigolo.
Yeah. That's funny. Never heard of it. Bad timing to release this trailer though. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see what they're saying.
I thought you were saying
Is it a
it's called
cop movie? Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, play. Yeah. Oh God, who's in the car? What's in the box? I like a good cop movie, dude.
Yeah.
Training Day, man.
Yeah.
Whew. He's gonna kill it, dude.
Ooh.
Eric Bauer.
I'm an early bot man. Who was that guy? Fucking Beardo?
Man, the sequel to the Goonies looks weird, y'all.
Yeah, timing's a little rough.
Well, he told you.
Y'all think he's gonna turn out to be like a dirty cop? It kind of looks like the young guy comes in and he's trying to follow the rules, but he's working with the guy that's been the cop for 25 years.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Well,
this
here-
is the way we do things around here.
Here's what I think it's going to be, right? I'm breaking it down. I think that it's going to have the image that the Thomas Jane older cop is going to be a dirty cop, but in
Mhm.
reality, he's just working his way through,
Trying
and
to stay
he's not
alive.
really. Yeah, he's not really a dirty cop. He's just doing the best that he can do with what he's got.
Doing what he's got to do.
Yeah, I think that's
But the
going to be
kid don't
kind
know
of
what to think about it.
yeah, and because it's going to be perceived through the eyes of a rookie, first day on the job cop. So of course it's going to skew a little bit more
Yeah, he's like, that's not in the books.
unconventional. Yeah, yeah. So last trailer, Perry Mason.
So that
They're
name sounds
bringing.
familiar.
Well, there was
Was
a
that a show?
series called. Yeah,
He's a
back
lawyer,
in what, the
right?
80s,
Oh no,
uh,
dude. Back in the
50s,
57 first
1957.
episode.
Yeah,
Whoa. CBS.
I thought they brought it back.
I don't see anything else about it.
No, 57 to 1966. I swore I thought that they. Anyway,
But now HBO's got a hold of it, and I think
yeah,
they're gonna go a little True Detective with it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm
They're
cool
like
with
take
it.
Perry Mason and throw a little. I just think it's gonna be like that,
Yeah,
kind of shot that way.
I'm ready to check it out.
You ready, Trav?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, play. Ooh. You know who
That's
that
fucking
is?
John
It
Lithgow,
is,
yeah.
dude. I know that voice anywhere. Who's he, man? He's been in some shit.
Is this period?
Yeah. That's the guy from fucking. He was in True Detective. Remember? He played a
Yeah.
cop.
Yeah.
Got him in it?
It's got fucking the T1000.
Yeah. I'm already in, dude. This shit's gonna be good.
Mm.
Who's in the war, dude? Oh. You know how I feel? HBO kills it on stuff like this.
Yeah. Mm.
This came out of nowhere. He's fucked. He's good. All right, check this out, guys. So the TV show was based off of short stories and novels. And you
Right.
know, back in the day when they go into a story, they're not going to, they just had some lawyer show.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't dark like this. Because, it's like, they didn't go, now they're really going for it. The budget for this season was $74.3 million.
Right.
So, really,
It
they
looked.
already had all the props laying around from like Boardwalk
what the
Empire and
they're throwing away that they're throwing around that weight that they got from
what
Game
was
of
it?
Thrones, 'cause
What was that
they're
last one we
probably still
watched?
they'll be raking in cash from Game of Thrones for years.
Yeah, well then the props from where the period set, like Watchmen. Shit,
Yeah.
I just saw the set of Watchmen in there. You remember the first half when they were back in the
Yeah.
day, like
Sequences.
So whenever I look at the adaptations, so they did movies in 1934, 35, 36, and 37. It says the 6 Perry Mason films are available on DVD as a single set. And then it was a 15-minute daily crime serial that aired 1943 to 1955 on CBS Radio. Then they had Perry Mason from 1957 to 1966, the new Perry Mason from 73 to 74, and then television films from 1985 to 1995. I mean, this shit's been going on
yeah,
for forever.
because like on the it was one of those shows where he never lost a case,
Yeah,
And I
right.
never watched any of that. I might go back and check out a couple of clips from it. I'll find those clips where they're like where he gives a speech, kills it.
Yeah.
But that looks good.
It says the Perry Mason series of TV movies continued until Burr. So Raymond Burr played him in the 57 through 66 series. And then he didn't play him in the 73 to 74, but he came back in 85. He continued to play him until his death from kidney cancer in 1993. The Case of the Killer Kiss was Burr's final portrayal as Mason. The film aired after his death and was dedicated to Burr's memory. So Perry Mason is the American version of Sherlock Holmes.
Okay.
Basically.
Yeah, he's a lawyer, but he goes out. He's a detective.
Yes.
And you see someone in the comments, they're like, why are they showing him like he's a detective? He's a lawyer, but he would solve the crime.
Yeah.
He wouldn't just sit around and wait for cops to give him the shit. He'd go out and MacGyver that damn shit up himself. Like.
So there was 15 novels in the 30s. No, I'll just tell you the total number of novels. From 1930 to 1960. 1969 was the last one. There was 80 novels written starring the character Perry Mason.
Wow.
80 novels.
That show drops on the 21st of this month. That came out of nowhere.
Should we do a week to week on it?
I want to see it.
I mean, I would be interested.
I'm gonna watch it.
It looks good.
It looks
and
good, man.
It looks like something right up Marina's alley, too.
I like those kind of shows when they do. We're waiting on Lovecraft Country and all these other shows, but
it looks like the kind of show I'm probably gonna end up watching with the lady.
Anyway, right? Yeah. Well, now it's on the radar. It's dropping. She probably already knows it's coming out.
Yeah. This is some shinfo. Perry Mason series ranks 3rd in the top 10 best-selling book series with sales of 300 million. R.L. Stein's Goosebumps series is ranked 2nd with 350 million, and J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series is 1st with 450 million.
But damn, I had no idea that this Perry Mason was so big. I've heard the name before.
Yeah.
I think I've heard references to it, but I didn't know. I didn't get it.
It's a brilliant idea to take it back to the source material of the 30s.
Yeah.
That's genius, dude.
Instead of having it shot now.
Yeah, and like you
Yeah,
said, they've got all those sets from all those
from Lovecraft
older
Country to you name it,
from yeah, from fucking
Boardwalk.
Boardwalk. Yeah, dude. I mean, it
When you
was
saw
fucking
the who was that guy, man? Was he that main guy? I meant to look that up. He was in something not too long ago. Like
cool.
I've seen him. Like let me try to pull this back up.
Matthew. His name is Matthew Rhys, Rhys, and he was in The Americans, The
Oh, that's
Post.
it. He's the main guy in the
Yeah.
Americans.
He was
Which,
in
by the
BoJack
way, he
Horseman.
kills. That show's good. I haven't
Right.
watched it all, but I've seen some of it. They're
Yeah.
playing these Russian spies living in America in the 80s, hiding out. It comes on, I think, TMC, something.
hmm
It's actually pretty good.
It ended in 2018, so it's finished.
Yeah. But him and his family are like hiding out, dude, and they have kids. And the kids grow up, and like, then the kids find out they're fucking spies somehow. And it's just a meltdown. Like, but that's where I recognize him from. He does so good on that show, dude.
Right.
Like really good acting.
Yeah.
I've actually been meaning to watch it. I've just caught several episodes with some people, and I'd sit there and watch it, and I was like, "This is pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, cool story."
So, before we leave for next week, I'm going to throw something at you
Okay.
guys. So, and I was talking to Adam about this the other night, maybe last night. So, I got into that A24 Facebook group, right? And there's a handful of movies that they're constantly talking about, right? So you've got The Lighthouse, you've got Hereditary, Midsummer, and you've got this movie. It came out in 2013. Jake Gyllenhaal. It's called Enemy, right?
Mhm.
And the guy that directed it is Dennis Villanueva, whatever
The guy who
Villanueva.
directed.
Yes. So he directed Blade Runner 2049, Arrival, Sicario, Enemy, Prisoners. He's
Oh, Prisoners
he's
was good.
yeah, he's hit some really high notes here with his and that nobody spoiled it or anything on there, but everybody's like, this movie is a mind fuck. Is there anything like this? Other movies that are a mind fuck like this. And then of course people go in there and they comment movies like Donnie Darko and Memento and things like that. So that's what I'm suggesting because I haven't saw any spoilers, but the way people are talking about it, they're like, this is the most underrated A24 film that they've ever released and all this other shit. So
So, do y'all remember seeing the trailer? I mean, it's been years ago, dude. We were.
I want
Do
to say
y'all
Deidre and
wanna
I might have seen it.
y'all wanna watch the trailer?
I do.
And I'm down to watch it. I got the trailer right here, and we can peep the trailer. I just want to see if it, because that was so long ago, dude.
Yeah, I know,
There y'all
right?
are.
Only an hour and a
Yeah,
half. Got good scores. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. I think I watched this movie.
really?
Think so. But I didn't know it was. But I barely remember it, dude. Pretty sure I saw this, and it is a mind fuck. The ending is a mind fuck. It's not what you think. I don't even know what you think, but you ain't gonna guess it. Because I remember at the end being like, huh?
What now?
Yeah. It got a what now? It's gonna get 3 what nows.
I mean, that's
I'm down.
that. Yeah, because that's
It
one of
didn't
those movies,
suck.
right? And
But
I
you
like
gotta pay attention.
right. Oh
And
yeah,
I was kind of half-assed watching it. I remember watching it though.
right.
When it came out, because it was around. You remember I watched Donnie Darko, so I was down to watch anything with Gyllenhaal in it.
Yeah,
And when it dropped, I think I copped it and checked it out, and because I remember the ending,
right,
because it was just so, huh?
right.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
One of the
'Cause
comments on this said, "Donnie is tripping again."
I didn't figure it out.
So it's going to be one of them. We're going to have debate.
We won't need a support group, but
It's not going to be like that for Johnny Darko.
yeah.
Where you called me and you're like, dude.
I just watched that movie, and what the fuck? Help me break it down. I know you
Yeah.
looked it up.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
I
I'm down
really
for that.
Well, I really like that director. You know, everything he's done. I haven't seen Sicario.
I watched that.
That's the only thing other than this movie that I haven't seen that he's done. But Blade Runner, amazing. Arrival, amazing. Prisoners, amazing.
Yeah.
You know?
Good filmmaker.
So yeah. Dude, this dude was born in 1967.
What?
Yeah. He was born October the 3rd, 1967 in Quebec, Canada.
The director.
Yeah. Dennis Villeneuve. Nueve? I don't know how to pronounce. He's doing Dune.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
That's
and
the guy that did
Cleopatra.
Blade Runner.
Yeah.
He listed all this stuff
Oh.
before we watched it.
I was trying to work 2 computers.
I hear you.
Yeah, I watched Sicario. It had old fucking what's his name in it. Josh Brolin, Benicio del Toro.
Oh, Benicio.
It was good.
Benicio from that one movie. He's like, yeah, if I can.
It was good, but it wasn't like run to my
Nope.
friends and make them watch it good.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you watch something and you're like, if my friends don't watch this, we can't be friends anymore.
Right.
Because I need them to see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excited about that Perry Mason and that other trailer for the cop movie.
Yeah.
Looks pretty good, but I'm excited about that Perry Mason.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that's going to come in clutch at the end of the month.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we're watching Enemy next week. Enemy.
I'm excited about. I love Jake Gyllenhaal. Dude.
Yeah.
So
She good.
she is good.
Was that it, guys?
That's all I got.
We're done? Done, Trav?